Welcome back, everybody, to the Game of Thrones world, The Adventures of King Salt, who yesterday was a tiny babby. In fact, he just turned from a tiny babby into 30-year-old man because it was his birthday a few days ago. So we're actually finally able to almost play as this guy. Education ended up pretty goddamn decently here. I mean, 13 martial. I suppose not too bad. If he gets the highest level of martial education, that comes out with 20 martial. I say that's not too bad. Bear in mind, he's got some artifacts that are also giving him martial bonuses. So he looks a little better than he actually is. But hey, I'm not going to complain too much. He's certainly one of the best characters we've got so far by the looks of it. Now, you've also got to bear in mind that we are able to forge a bloodline with this guy because he was a prestigious child. So I'm looking at it right now and I'm thinking I've been told many times that the murder, execute, and the win the foreign wars one is a good middle ground to get. And I think that's one we were trying to forge with potting mix, right? Honestly, don't remember, but either way, we'll just see what we end up with. I'm not going to really focus on one too much because it will just basically happen as it happens here. I mean, win 15 foreign wars is almost a guarantee within the first few years of this guy's life, given some of the features of the mod. So I think we should probably get married to this nice lady already, powerful and attractive. They're 15, so I think they can just basically start getting on with things. Try and set ourselves up a nice air with, powerful and attractive would obviously be incredible. Our guy has nothing right now, right? No, he doesn't. Okay, that's a bit boring. Oh, well, let's give it a go then. Let's see if we can finally actually play as a character with a congenital trait this campaign. I say that. Didn't potting mix have powerful? Was it our father have powerful? Our father had powerful, right? And then we lost it? No, our mother? That was it. Our mother had powerful, but we just didn't inherit it. It's quite a low inherit chance on that one. To the proud wit Salt. Thank you, my friend. Peace be with you. I suggest your exception that King Salt and Daenerys get married, or something to that effect. Thank you very much. Alright, so that's pretty much a good wife setup. Why don't we use some of this mountain of money that we've picked up? My god. I'm supposed to be making 26 gold a month and not spending on anything besides, you know, occasionally bailing out our vassals or occasionally hiring some troops to fight off the Andals or something along those lines. I am going to host a wedding feast. I think we can host a wedding feast. Oh, we've also apparently got prisoners to ransom out. Have we got our prison then? Oh, the Tullys. How could I forget that all happened yesterday? Of course, Tullys went for their Grand Master plan. They had an alliance with House Aaron and tried to kick things off, but sort of failed kind of spectacularly. We'll deal with that in a minute. Obviously, we have to wait until we're 16 before we get full control over the realm. So fingers crossed at that stage we can just lop her head off. I've been told as well, one of the comments on yesterday said, Mr. Streamer, please always fire feasts because we can get some really good events out of it. So I'm going to try and do that more frequently. I mean, as we found out, you know, it's a good excuse to also gain a little bit of vassal opinion here and there by agreeing to their demands and whatever else and trying to solve disputes and whatever. The best part about holding a wedding, though, is organising the whole event. Oh, great, we spent 159 gold to show our house's power, absolutely. We've had word from Mardosh that someone has been vassalized by someone on the other side of the planet. Great news. I've been not able to attend the wedding. Why? Because he's sad. Should we send him a gift and sort of cheer him up a little bit? There you go, my friend. Just cheer up. Just deal with it, huh? Vicious King. Okay, so send him a gift as well. I'm going to use this as an excuse to weed out all the vassals we need to be sending gifts to here and sort of making them on our good side again. There we go. So that way, even though they're not coming to the feast, we've got kind of some opinion there. This guy just fucking hates us, apparently. Edmund Udane. I don't really mind about these guys. They're just sellsword infantry. They're just essentially landed mercenary bands. They're not... I was going to say they're not much to worry about, but he does actually have the city of Darry there too. Oh, it's his vassal that has it. Oh god, that's embarrassing. Well, avoid it being forgotten is entirely my primary concern. It's also equally important to me to think about I can actually do... how I actually do wish posterity to think about. I've actually never read this before. So basically, we can obviously go for one of the event-driven bloodlines, or we can focus on these ones. I'm going to go and look it up, because I honestly have no idea with a lot of these bloodlines. Generally, I always go for ones that benefit the realm, you know, the build cost modifiers, things like that. But I'm going to take a look, see if the wiki has a full list of the bloodlines available. And I'll sort of decide, I don't know, we kind of want, what, like levy reinforcement rate, troop count? Anything to help fight the Andals, really, in Valyria, given that they are... I mean, just getting ever closer. They just seem to be completely insurmountable at this stage. So I'll quickly take a look and see what we can find. I've had a look on the wiki, and there are some bloodlines that I actually had no idea existed. There are some whereby if you start them at the age of 12, like we have, you can actually get a childhood version of a bloodline. So, for example, if you go for the murder bloodline as a kid, you can get a bloodline that makes your future children, that gives them the ability to murder their guardians in exchange for more intrigue. So I've looked through the file, and there is one that is called the Zealous bloodline, or the Zealot bloodline, or Bloodline of Zeal, something like that, which allows us to use religious liberation casus belli. Now, I think there couldn't be a more perfect bloodline for the series bearing in mind what we've been trying to do and what we're trying to achieve here. A bloodline that would allow us to actively declare war on the Andals, not necessarily to take all of their land in one fell swoop, but to re-establish first man kingdoms. Then we can, like, vassalize them, for example, later on. We can negotiate annexations, because the Game of Thrones adds things like that. We could rebuild Westeros with the first men by doing that. Now, I don't exactly know the right method of doing this, so I might fuck it up, and I might end up with a different bloodline. Doesn't really matter too much, but that's one I'd like to aim for here. So if that happens, I think that'd be the best case scenario. Now, I'm assuming we've got Paragon of Virtue. It's either going to be Paragon of Virtue or Remember Fear, isn't it? So Prosperity and Knowledge, not really too interested in that one. It's going to be either option 1 or option 3. Remember Fear. Do you think it would be... I think it would be that one. At least from what I could tell in the file, it definitely made it sound like it was one of the more fearful bloodlines. Let's do that. Focus your efforts on increasing your authority over your subjects. We want religious authority. So maybe this is what we're after. Now, there is another religious bloodline as well, which I believe increases proselytization chance and things like that. I think it also increases the speed at which you fabricate claims, which is quite nice. So either way, like increasing proselytization and getting the claims faster is just another way of doing what the other bloodline would do, but obviously from a different perspective. Rather than, you know, putting the religious leaders back and getting rid of the Andals, we would just have to conquer them and then convert them faster. When in days upon us, soon I'll be wed to Queen Daenerys in the sight of all the lords and the rivers and the hills and the neck of the north, and everywhere just about else in the world. Welcome. All of our vassals actually agree, besides those few that turned up then. That's really cool. Here... Did you see that? Valyria at war. What happened there? Because they just splintered free. Defending against Vegas Colonel Valyria. Oh, they're in a mega war. I thought the Vale just got independence then. My god, I was going to say, that's a hell of a get-out-of-jail-free card. I imagine they're still under Valyria. I wonder how aggressive they can be. Because if I'm not mistaken... Oh, they actually don't have a sea crossing towards the Vale then. I don't know. We'll keep a close eye on that. I mean, we can't stand up to Valyria. We might have to just bend the knee or something and then try and break through afterwards. But hey, here I stand before the heart tree of the old gods to take the solemn vows of marriage with Daenerys. And now for the feast. Lady... Oh, okay. Highway robber bands that roam the coast. Do we still have highway robber band? My god, we haven't been in debt for so long. That still hasn't disappeared. Holy shit. That was from the war that we got into like 2 episodes ago, trying to defend ourselves when we were still a tiny little babby. Hope he's confident. I do as well. Master Stonemason. Hey, that's good. That's really, really nice. We should spend some of this money on building them. While we've got the Master Stonemason, while we've still got the Master Builder as well, because things cost obviously far less and take a lot less time to build. Did I end up in the end? No, we haven't finished the training grounds. That's still top priority for everyone. I think actually with these 3... Oh, we've already got one here. Right, so with that, that's it then. We've cancelled out those weird butchers, which means we're getting all of the benefits with none of the drawbacks. Now, obviously, we're not getting the benefits from the training ground themselves, but I think the gold, you've got to admit, the gold that we've bought in from those have been just massive. They've been so useful. Vassal Opinion plus 10 means that our realm is probably quite well organized right now. Yeah, for the most part, we're quite well liked. Got a few people here and there who don't like us too much. Religious differences, obviously, you know, there's not really much we can do about that, unfortunately. Foreigner religious differences. So these are going to be all of our Andal vassals, I would assume. House Tully, we'll deal with in a second. We are almost ready to take full control. Do we still count as a child? Is that another reason why they dislike us? We're not quite 16 yet, so... No, I can't see that. Okay. I thought they might be like, is a child -5 or something like that, but... We'll take control, then House Tully are going to lose their heads. That's it. We were merciful. I should have wiped them out the first time they tried this shit, but nope, no more. No more. You will remember fear. King Salt, a great melee in the Dreadfort. House Bolton are inviting us up to the Dreadfort to go and fight. Not saying this is potentially a worrying thing, but fuck it, let's do it. Honestly, we're brawny, we're a trained fighter. We didn't quite get that level 3. If we'd have got level 3, I'd have probably swapped her out for a level 4 fighter. Unfortunately, never really got to that stage. Doesn't matter too much. I think we're still going to come out a pretty well-educated character here, bearing in mind all of our good traits, all of our good stats. Duty can still flip over, sorry, conscientious can still flip over into diligent, honorable, or temperate. If we get honorable as well, this is like the ultimate king mod. And I mean, obviously, brave... weirdly enough, out of brave, ambitious, authoritative, or stubborn, I mean, brave would probably be the best one. Bear in mind, that would give us access to the blood of tryst for mud, the hammer of justice, giving us the extra bonus martial there, giving us the riverman opinion in the personal combat, the whatever else there. That'd be kind of nice. I wouldn't complain about either authoritative or ambitious either, because obviously, authoritative, very good if you're rolling around this size. Come on, how long is it until we are 8th, 11th moon? So a couple more months, and then we are finally going to be, we're finally going to be able to rule our realm. Please don't die. You and Clay sight each other and prepare for combat. We should be able to take this guy out. Come on. Come on. I believe. I believe. Oh my god, it's an actual full-blown duel. I had no idea. Yield, yield. I'm not finished yet. Roll away. Roll away. You won't get another... You're just about to take control of the Empire. We can't lose our first duel. No match for my might. Oh, God. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Yield. Fucking shit. Alright, well, we lost our first duel. Defeat is painful, but hey, you know what? At least we tried. I think we showed the round that we're not afraid of you know, getting in the mud, fighting, getting our hands dirty, not yielding. First round, that would have probably shown a little bit of weakness there, I think. Good work. Well done, team. That's a loss, but we can spin it into a win. Main error is Permanent. Good start. Okay. So powerful, attractive. Obviously, powerful would be incredible to get regardless, but if we get attractive, we get attractive. I mean, both would be incredible, but it's so low chance of actually achieving that. Only through decisive action and by achieving complete control of my realm will I be able to immortalize my name for centuries to come. The gods will show me the way to eternal glory, or I must be remembered no matter how. So we can either try and increase our power as a king, or we can try and spread the true faith across your realm and beyond. Absolutely, this one is the right one to go for. Finally, we might actually have some sort of Casus Belli. We can use something we can use against the Andals here. Now we'll find out how our character ended up. So we're going to have a few events here to tidy up the last of those childhood traits we still have. Skilled Commander. You know what? Actually, not too bad. Oh, we actually didn't get anything else there. Oh, that's a shame. I thought some of those other traits would flip, so we didn't actually get... We didn't get Ambitious or Authoritative or Stubborn or Brave. They just disappear. Okay, you know what? Not a big deal. Not a massive loss. It is a little bit of a shame there, but not a huge problem. Okay, well, he came out pretty well. Not quite as well as I was hoping, but we got some good traits. We got Brawny, we got Diligent, obviously. Cruel, morale damage 10% is quite nice, so I think I'll take that one and not really have to complain about it too much. Now, there was a mod suggested on yesterday's episode as well, which was the Immersive Events mod for the Game of Thrones mod has been updated for 2.0. And apparently, to do that, all you have to do is pick the rulership focus, but of course we're playing with my own mod to make things slightly more character-based. And because we're a cruel man, why do we give a shit about rulership? Hoisted by my own petard. God damn it. Okay. So we'll try and go for that one whenever we have the option to. But, I mean, I don't know that I really want to lose Cruel, given that it gives the... Not only does it give the personal combat, it gives the morale defense. So for leading troops, which I think we will with 17 Marshal, it's obviously quite nice. Why don't we take War and try and become an adept of strategy? That could be quite fun as well. Just getting that as a permanent bonus to our campaign going forward. At the age of 16, get as much martial as possible. Next invasion that turns up will be well set that way. Yeah, I'm alright with this. Plus, the +2 martial will obviously give us a bit more of a troop count there. Oh, good. Oh, good. Right on cue, we've got some Andals turning up, as if they heard me talking about them. Alright, I'm actually genuinely surprised, because I lowered the chance of this event to happen by half. So, it's supposed to take 25 years, I changed it to 50 years, and even then we're still having it. I mean, what is it, like multiple times an episode still? It's actually kind of unreal, the chance of this occurring. I guess it's probably to do with the fact that Andals have been attacked by Valyria and there's constant warfare. Anyway, we've got the choice to go out. Now, I believe we can't do this while we're at war, so I'm absolutely going to start this event chain before the Andals turn up. Do we still have our weird alchemist? Or I think they have to actually be in our court, and a guy gets given the title of, like, weird alchemist. So we still have the workshop, but I don't believe they actually do anything unless we have someone to stock it, like our sort of Qyburn. So what do I want to do? I normally do the top one. I should look for a quiet place to find some rest. There is a wonderful garden ahead. You can sit on the bench right here and enjoy the silence. I would go to the garden. Oh, dear. I've never seen this event before. You go to the garden, and after a short while, a beautiful lady appears. She tells you she cares for the garden, and after a long conversation, she also cares for you. I learned a certain few new things about gardening. 30% chance of getting a gardener just like that. Wow. Okay. We have tended to... I can't say that joke. No, that's going to get me banned. I've learned a few things about gardening. 25% chance of getting lover's pox. It was going to be a joke about bushes, that's all. Okay, we gained lover's pox. We didn't gain the gardening trait. Fucking good God. Alright, fantastic. Minus 0.25 health. Excuse me? Okay, fine. And now, with our lover's pox in hand, or somewhere else most likely, we are going to fight these invaders. We're going to yoink them back into the sea. Tell me how the Civil Wars work. I think we already know, thank you. Fuck off with this. Did they just go into rebellion? That's all the crossing? Wow. That's a little worrying. I think we might need to break that round up a little bit. Let's make sure this guy fucking likes us. Holy shit, wow. And he's decided to decline our call to arms because he's a coward. House Tully obviously also have. Can we just... We can. Have her executed. Change fear by 10. She dies because she is, at the end of the day, a traitor. She went into open rebellion. Now, if we kill her, her husband is House... Aaron? Yeah, sorry, her heir. Her heir is House Aaron. Her first husband that we executed was House Aaron. This kid's probably going to have a bit of a chip on his shoulder, given that we have killed his father and also his mother. To personally strangle her to death. I love it. Okay, change fear by 5. I might actually do that one unless we've got another option that gives us fear. I think this is the ultimate revenge. Chance of us getting torturer, but it does give us 5 fear. Choke her out. It's worth it. Her children are here as well, so that you can make them watch as you strangle their mother to death with your bare hands. We bought her daughter, Bellara Tully. House Tully still live? Oh, it's her? Can we execute her as well? We can. Because she's not our vassal anymore, because of the Mega War system. Oh, yes, finally this mechanic is going in our favor. Finally, I can strangle to death this 5-year-old girl and have nobody judge me for it. Oh, sorry, she was a baby. Sorry, I thought she was 5. She was actually... Wait. Oh, died? No, when was she born? When was she born? She was a 6-month-old child. Well, there we go. Game of Thrones, everyone. And with that, we have squeezed the metaphorical life out of House Tully also. They are completely and utterly fucking extinct. Gone forever, dead as dicks. And you know what? That does me a significant please, because these guys were our enemies. These guys were our enemies. Hung, drawn, and quartered on the orders of King Soil of the King of the Rivers and the Hills and the Neck of the North. So for years and years and years, we've obviously had many enemies amongst House Tully, and finally they are dead. And all I had to do was strangle a baby. Why am I demonetized? I wonder sometimes. I wake up in the morning and ask myself, why do I not make any money doing YouTube? And then I remember, it's moments like that. But you know what? This is worth it. To see House Tully gone. Not specifically strangling a baby. I'm not going to go that far. My roots may be first man, but I identify more with the Andals. No, you do not. That is a lie. That he's gone completely insane, sir. Please ignore him. Okay, we actually don't have enough troops to fight the fucking Andals. Why don't we? Will we war? I might have accidentally left them at the north or something like that. Probably dying of attrition, not entirely sure. We should be good, because speaking of dying of attrition, that's exactly what they're planning on doing, apparently, is their strategy for this war. So we'll just get everybody to Emmons Rest. We'll try and avoid walking through their armies, if at all possible. Thank you. Let's go via this province. No, you see, I want to... Okay, I'm going to have to do some micro in here. Bear with me. So you want to go... No, via this... Okay, right. So you guys are good. You are being a pain in my ass. So you're going to go up here. You're going to come back round. No! What are you talking about? You're going to go that way. There we go. I'm going to set a very specific move route for this man before he walks right into that army and gets himself killed. Okay, that should be good. Now with these guys, let's also do the same thing and just make sure they're not going to go. Just issue some orders here. Okay, that works out pretty well. That's it. Down there to Emmons Rest. Okay. Kyle? Who was Kyle? Kyle died of poor health. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know. Random lowborn Kyle. What a terrible... Oh, come on. Oh, that's not me. That's fine. Random lowborn Kyle. Dead as all dicks. Oh, they're coming to the capital, are they? That was unexpected. You guys turn around. Turn around. Do me a favor. Turn around. Send you guys north. You guys come around the corner here as fast as possible. Okay, there we go. Let's be careful. Castle is impregnable, safest here. But, however, big but, we're not that well defended here yet, because we haven't built it up too much. You gotta remember one of the towers collapsed only a couple of episodes ago. So, raise our troops? Oh, no, this is not looking good. Shit. Normally the mercenary bands appear at the top, but that would imply to me that they're fighting their own wars right now because they're landed mercenary bands are paying the ass. Yeah, we can only hire a couple of them. This could be a concern. We might actually have to go out of our way to go and hire other mercenary bands. We've got the 517 gold. I'm going to wait for all of our forces to get to the right area before we decide to do that. Excuse me, I was holding control. That means you're not supposed to raise troops on enemy. Alright, never mind. Right, so you guys come this way. Come this way. Walk around the God's Eye. I'm going to be very, very careful with how we deal with this, because this could be a losing scenario here. Looks like our troops are more or less going to be able to get away here. It's very dangerous because they do keep moving around. Luckily, they gave up their siege. They started a siege, gave up the siege. Oh, it's because these guys are fighting their own war? Who are they fighting? One of our vassals? I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter too much. Why are they... Yep, no, it actually kind of does matter. Why are you hostile to those guys? I mean, they are our vassal, but they are clearly not allied troops. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. It's not a concern. Right, so how many troops have we got? 10,666. Is that all we're able to... Oh, we've got a few more coming down. Let's send these guys up towards Seaguard Oldstone's area. We'll meet up with these guys just south of the crossing, then we'll come back round. As long as they don't gun for our capital, we can move our troops around these rivers and maybe try and catch them over there. I'm hoping we'll be able to bait them out. Sword of the Gods. My path to eternal flame is clear by cleansing the realm of all the impure heretical influences that plague it and consecrate it in the glory of the old gods. All the priests of the old gods must fall in line with my quest. We will spend 400 piety, sinking us into major negatives there, which I think might even cut us off from certain castas belli. But it will, it does directly increase the speed of our bloodline being founded by like 5 times the speed. So I think we're going to go for that one. People know of my plans. But invest a small amount of resources, take a look now. We're obviously going to go for the top one. It's 400 piety. It's not a major loss because we haven't got a huge amount we can do with piety besides declare offensive wars. When we've got, offensive wars, when we've got so many defensive wars to fight, I don't really think it's necessary. We had a daughter who is suspiciously Valyrian, and she's weak. Oh, for fuck's sake, that's the opposite of powerful. Our mother was powerful, our wife is powerful, and this kid was born weak. Okay, Revella Mud. I'm going to call you... What's a weak stone? What is a weak type of mud or a weak type of stone or something like that? Porcelain Mud. What a name. She's going to get bullied meticulously. Okay, let's go for, Struggle. Struggle? No, that's a waste of time, isn't it? Let's go... I'm not going to waste the blood on her because I never want to play as her. Let's go for Heritage. Let's waste heritage on her. There we go. You're doomed. You're not fit for this one anymore. Okay, so how are we looking with reinforcing these armies? 30 soldiers per month for a maximum of 11,051. That's still not enough, even including these guys as well. Oh, it will be enough at that stage, but we've just got to hope that they don't gun for the capital in the meantime. So how long is it going to take them to take out the rest of Derry? They've got to take out the Misty Isle. They've got to take out Nutton. Okay. Then they're going to try and clap Emond's Rest, you would assume. I think that's quite a safe assumption. The question is, will Emond's Rest hold out? Because if they take this one and then go for Emond's Rest and maybe capture our air or something like that, then we're probably going to lose. They're probably going to have enough war score at that stage because then they'll have the capital and 50% war score from holding our air, who I assume is, yeah, our tiny, weak baby daughter. So, I mean, we've just got to hope that those troops don't... If we see him heading towards the capital, I'll hire troops instead. I don't really want to spend too much of this gold because we found out having some money in our back pocket tends to work out pretty well. Case of emergency. I don't think this is quite emergency situation just yet. Once again, I've given the AI of this game way too much credit. Instead, they decided to go for the strategic strong point of Rollingford, a place I didn't even know existed until now. Alright, so... Oh, I thought they were going to go for Emond's Rest after that. Nope, they're still not. They're sieging everything but the completely undefended capital for reasons. Okay, let's get my good friends, Joshua, and my good friend... have we not got a third one? That would have been great. Okay, fine. We'll go for Earth then. Alright, and this means that we're kind of in a weird place, right? Because we're not good enough to be leading troops right now compared to everyone else, but we do have 22 marshals, so we're still a good backup commander. As it stands, until we get a good son, I might forbid him from leading armies, because we've had way too many characters that I've specifically trained in marshal that have ended up dying on the battlefield in their first duel or something like that. That seems risky to me. Bearing in mind the Andals have their superior technology, inverted commas. We're going to sit and we're going to wait. Have we got any more troops coming out from the north? No one. Have we got any more troops in the rest of the realm that we could raise? Apparently... 4,700 unraised troops. Oh, wow, we actually did, huh? Holy shit, that's great. Right, so let's be careful about how we can get these guys here. Can you go via that direction? Give him a wide berth. Let's be careful, because all of these troops are going to count. I mean, that's another 400 men. Terrain is key to winning battles, as Robert Baratheon said. We don't want to meet the Andals on an open field. Do we want to go for... I mean, what's our capital like right now? I assume it's plains. We got plains. Obviously, everything south of here is more or less just plains. If you want to ever take out the Vale, then we're going to need mountains, hills as well. To be honest, none of these are particularly useful. Forest for rough terrain could work pretty well. Because obviously we go more and more into the north, we end up with some pretty garbage terrain, don't we? Where are the forests then? You'd imagine that would be like... Actually, apparently nowhere. There's nowhere in Westeros with any forest. There, okay, there's a few around King's Landing there, but besides that, I feel like... I don't know. I would be kind of tempted to go rough terrain expert normally. Or we could say just no. Because, I mean, right now being flanker, that's not great at all. We certainly wouldn't want to be on the center. I might see if we can go for something else. Let's leave that. Let's leave that for the time being. We need something good. We need like I I mean, ideally inspiring leader or something like that. So one of the good leadership traits, because that's a little bit shitty. Oh, we should be joining, we should absolutely be joining a society, speaking of which. Why don't we join the slightly less dangerous warriors guild than the... We've always gone for the berserkers, and our characters have lasted about 5 minutes. Let's go for the slightly less crazy one, the slightly more chivalrous one. See if we can work our way up. Still get those leadership traits from it, though. Get flanker upgraded. I mean, sure, it's not incredible. We might as well see what we can get out of that one. Try and maximize things. Okay. 15,000 men. I'm thinking that is probably pretty good. Oh, you're also a flanker, which is why we were put on the flank. That would make a lot of sense. Fuck it, let's go for it. I think that's a worthy gamble. What would be like 3,000, slightly below that. Troops different. Come on, let's do it. That's a good start. The Andal command is actually not that good at all. Their left flank is the strongest, then they get weaker going from left to right. We should be okay. Oh man, we annihilated them. We annihilated them. I do have to do some, I was going to say counter-siege, but no, we don't, because he's an unlanded character, isn't he? So we can just do that, and then we get problem solved. Alright, that was a little worrying. A little bit of nice distraction there. Thank you, Andals. That was me thinking it would only happen once every 50 years, but apparently not. I'm going to take this character very, very carefully, at least until we get there. Then maybe I'll be a bit more gung-ho with things. But for the time being, let's do our military training as much as possible. Get in shape, not really too relevant, but I think this society is the better choice. It's less prestigious than the other one, but less likely to get us killed, as far as I know. So we could also try and go for that championship bloodline. What? King Benefit of the Night's Watch. He's named himself King. Okay, right, fine. Yep, they've embraced the feudal system. He's now King of the Night's Watch. So we could... I was going to say maybe we could, like, vassalize him. That's so weird. Yeah, no, he is legitimately the King of the Night's Watch, and they are his vassals. That's so weird. I've never seen anything like that before. How has that happened? He still has the High Lordship of the Wall? Of course, why not? Yeah, and that really does cement it there. Our mother, the Queen Dowager, will marry his son. And that way, we have a glorious alliance with the mighty kingdom of the Wall. Fine, I accept. You've been waiting for someone to teach about warfare for quite some time. My good friend Shizar, welcome. Let's hope that he doesn't get us killed. He's all the way... No. Take us back. Take us back. I don't want to think about Gogosauce anymore. Not after that series. Okay, so let's rank up as... Well... okay. You arrange a meeting with the guild's organizers. This will give us a good taste for how strong the various members of the guild are. Oh, fuck me. 157 personal combat just to get up to the 2nd rank. Okay, then. No. Obviously, we weren't going to win that. He's a madman. We need... Oh, man, it's going to take ages to train up to that level, though. I guess we just need to keep going for various different... I mean, obviously, whatever missions thrown at us, we need to take up on those. Bounty board missions as well. I'm going to keep a very, very close eye on that. There's no one yet, unfortunately, but we'll be very, very careful with what pops up on that. See if we can at least get some duel experience out of it. I'm just going to follow his advice. I don't want to become arbitrary, but I'm just going to take it so that we can at least try and train up our combat a little bit. I think this is going to make me spend some money, isn't it? Oh, God. 750 gold. By active fast invest a great deal of resources. You found a bloodline sooner rather than later. Sure. Okay, let's do it. We gain inquisitorial... We're sending in the inquisitors. Excellent. Cleanse the heretic, which in this case is obviously the Andals. 750 gold. That's a lot of money. Let's hope that we don't get invaded now. Otherwise, we are going to be in some serious shit. You're on the path to improving your combat skills. That's great news. What a waste of 4 months. All right. Get into shape. That just gives us sort of a quick hit of personal combat. Anyone on the bounty board? No, not yet. Let's go out again. See what apparently we can find some really weird shit. I will go to the garden. 30% chance of gaining the gardener trait. We've actually got it this time. Okay, fair enough. +2 stewardship for going out and fucking a woman in a garden. We get duel experience when we lose duels as well. It does say duel experience there, and we've only ever fought in one duel. This guy with 189 personal combat is probably going to kill us. Do better next time, but do we actually gain experience from that? We do. We absolutely do. So every time we get that option, we should do it, regardless of not we've really improved. Now, we do run the risk, I believe, of still losing health permanently from that. Not necessarily being killed, but losing that health. So it still is dangerous, but it is going to be one of the quickest ways to level up. I mean, it's +5 per duel. Apparently, that gave us 2 duels worth of experience as well. Maybe we just did well. So if we just keep doing that over and over, that's why I want the bounty board as well, so that we can at least maybe buff ourselves up by field experience rather than just through all the various events. Oh, there are some people on here. Lady Adara of Branston, a pregnant woman. Yeah, I'm sure we will probably get murdered by her imposter. Oh, they're both quite easy to kill. Take the 50 gold. Now, as I recall, somebody said that we can take the 50 gold and then try and fight her again. Obviously, it will cost us prestige. When you say payment in blood, skip the dual engine. I'm going to test it. Not that we need the gold, but we might as well give it a go. So she gives us gold, we lose prestige, and then what? We can do it again? Oh, she's actually off the bounty board at that stage. Right, okay, got it. Master Austin as a runaway stands before you. This man is brave indeed to accept a challenge despite his obvious doom. I mean, there is 105 personal combat between us, so if we die here, I will be reloading out of pure anger. Thank you. I get the strange impression that the traditional bloodline system is not working, because I just got a pop-up then saying that we are the traditional rulers of the Game of Thrones mod adds that thing, like we just saw there in the north, where those guys were considered the traditional lords of the wall. It's just giving us another mod bloodline handed by Tristan Mudd, who's the first of Health mod. Which is a little bit of a pain in the ass, I'll be frank, because every time it does that, it gives us another -10 Andal opinion. Which means right now we're at what? Minus 15, -10, -10, -35, -45 Andal opinion. So we are very, very, very quickly making enemies. Because, I mean, as you can tell. Because of an event that keeps firing and won't stop firing? Oh well. Do we get anything else out of it? Is it giving us prestige? It's not even giving us any prestige. Yeah, literally, all it's doing is giving us a little bit of first man opinion and minus Andal opinion. So we're going to have vassals like us more and more. Maybe it's to represent, how long we've ruled over. Like a really cross-generation, I don't know, long reign modifier? Either way, might need to take a look at that one. If we go for limited realm authority, everyone's in favor of it. It gives us more levy size, obviously. It gives us vassal limit. I mean, lowers vassal opinion. But the main reason I generally will hire these, even though they're not super relevant right now, is that if we do end up playing as, if say our current character dies, one of the demands that they can make of our next character, rather than full-blown rebellion or anything a bit more, damaging, can be just to lower realm authority. Or more importantly, we could manually lower realm authorities, get back 5 opinion. It's just sort of banking some future vassal opinion if we ever need it. So, hey, they're going to vote for it anyway, so either way, we're getting a bonus out of this, right? This is only a win-win. I'm going to leave this one here for today. Thank you all for watching, because I need a good night's sleep. He says at 2 in the afternoon. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support on the series. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have that bloodline finished. Then we can launch some real proper inquisitions here. Some inquisitions, some religious liberation, I think it's called, again, the Cast Spell against the Vale. We can launch it against the Westerlands. We can launch against all of our people. Set up a bunch of different first-man realms, and then, through some of the other mechanics that we've not really seen in the Game of Thrones, we'll try and negotiate them into the realm, start forming alliances. We can do a bit of the political game, because I feel like right now we're a little bit isolated, particularly when we've got Valyria knocking on our door, which I'm very frightened of. Thank you guys all for watching. Unfortunately, Patreon has not yet finished their lists. It was at 80% last time I checked. Fingers crossed that'll be done by tomorrow, but I'll try and get them done by the end of today, my time. Obviously, you guys won't know until tomorrow, but I'll see if they've finished that shit later today. It's taken them a while again. Thank you to all of the patrons regardless. Thanks to everyone who have continued on with their pledge for another month. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say besides, my god, I really just need a good night's sleep. Holy shit. Like, I'm basically falling asleep trying to play this. It's fun, but I'm gonna die. And I feel like if I keep going, I'll just make some bad decisions for the realm. And ruling the realm is stressful, okay? We're like real deep into the roleplay territory. King Salt, probably quite tired, probably quite difficult ruling his realm. I am King Salt right now. Thanks, King Salt, very cool.